All right.
Good. Oh, I watched a heck of a golf match yesterday. Golly, went into 6 sudden deaths, playoffs, 6 holes till they finally figured out the winner. You can't hear anything. I'm sorry.
After 6, do they just have to like beat each other with golf clubs to decide who wins?
Say again?
After like 5 or 6 sudden deaths, do they just have to beat each other with golf clubs to decide who wins?
Yeah. Oh, me, Mr. Ward, is that? I don't know if that's Mr. or Mrs. The only thing I suggest is that you go into the black screen right here and go into device settings and make sure that your device setting is up with your computer. That's the only thing I can tell you, unless you might have your volume muted. Oh me, let me just okay. Y'all need to keep the conversation to the math class, okay, please? Miss Ward, check to see if computer volume is muted. Check Teams settings for audio. All I can tell her, it's like giving a haircut over the phone. You got it? What was wrong with it, Ward? Is it Mr. or Mrs.? I can't tell with Hayden. What was it, Ward? I don't see the video. I don't see him on video. Okay, Hayden, there he is, Mr. Ward. Mr. Ward, what was it? My headset is just, okay. All right, so here we go. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna go ahead and, let me see, delete. All right, this is, let me go ahead and sort by subject. That'll get them in order for us. All right, I got R321 / well, that's not in order. R33. So that'll be R337. So R337. R3/7. So that's like number 3 in the homework, in the book, and number 7 online. So let's see what it looks like. And here is the question. First of all, is it a test question? Probably is, since it's review, unless it's one of those stupid questions these books come up with. Yeah, this is a test question. So I'll blow it up. Blow it up for you. There you go. Everybody see it okay? 2k to the 6th, m to the 7th, plus 4k to the 8th, m to the 7th, minus 18k to the 6th, m to the 8th. Now, I'm just going to go back a little bit and show you, because there's some people that have never seen what I'm fixing to show you before. So we got a 2. I'm going to highlight a 2, a 4, and 18. So 2, 4, 18, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and 13. 2 will go in there 1 time, 2 times, 9 times, and that's it. So 2 is the number that you're going to pull out. So I'm going to pull out a 2. And then you always go with the lowest denominators. I'm sorry, the lowest exponents. So what's lowest of k to the 6, k to the 8, k to the 6th? K to the 6th. And 7, 7, 8, so m to the 7th. And that's what you're going to factor out. And 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 6 is 1, or 6 minus 6 is k to the 0. And 7 divided by 6 is m to the 1st. I'm sorry, 7 divided by 7, yeah, m to the 1st. All right? Or m to the 0, sorry. So all of that goes down to 1. And 4 divided by 2 is 2. And 8 minus 2 is k to the 2nd. And 7 minus 7 is 0. Minus 18 divided by 2 is 9. 6 minus 6 is k to the 0. 8 minus 7 is m to the 1st. And that's going to be 2k to the 6th, m to the 7th. All this is 1. 1 times 1 times 1. Plus 2k squared times 1. Minus 9 times 1 times m is 9m. And that's your answer. It doesn't matter. As long as you carry the signs, which order you put this in. You could have 2k to the 6th, m to the 7th. And if you wanted to put the square first, minus 9m plus 1, you could have done that also. Capiche? Yes or no? Can somebody give me a thumbs up? Good. So you type that in. 2k shift up to the 6th, shift over, m shift up to the 7th, shift over, parentheses, 2k squared minus 9m plus 1. And you should feel good about yourself. Good test question. Next, let me delete that one. Okay, delete. There. All right, now we got R321, R353, so R321 comes first. This is R321/10. R321 in the book, 10 online. If it's reverse FOIL, it's a test question. Because I put a lot of reverse OILs and a lot of shortcuts on test questions. So 9, 7, 9z to the 7th minus 27 z to the 6th minus 486 z to the 5th. And of course, we're going to factor out something because 9 will go into all of those. So I'm going to factor out a 9. And the lowest exponent is 5. So that's going to give me z to the second minus 3z minus, well, 9 will go into 48. Let's see, 9 times 5 is 45. 5, 4, z, that's it. And 9z to the fifth, 2 sets of parentheses, z and z. 54 is 1 times 54, 2 times 27, 3, 4, 6 times 9. 1 and 54 will give you a 55 or a 53. We need a 3. 2 and 27 will give us a 29 or a 25. We need a 3. 6 and 9 will give us a 15 or a 3. So I'm going to put a 6 here and a 9 here. This sign right here says that the 9 has to be negative. This sign right here says unlike. And that's your answer. So your answer there is 9z to the fifth, z plus 6, z minus 9. So I'm going to put a z plus 6 here and z minus 9 right here. And I should feel good about myself. And that's a good test question. And delete. That's going to leave us with 253. So see, that's, I told y'all that when you send a test question, somebody else has that same question. Well, there it is right there. 253s. Let's see what it says. This is R353. R353 in the book. Number 14 online. You don't need to apologize for sending questions. That's what I'm for. That's what I'm paid to do. This is shortcut number 4 or 5, number 5. I'll write them down for you again. 27 x cubed minus 1. The shortcuts are, 1, a plus b quantity squared is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. 2, a minus b quantity squared is equal to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. 3, a squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b times a minus b. And I may have written these wrong for you. The 4 and 5, sometimes I get them mixed up. A cubed plus b cubed is equal to a plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared. I might have put a plus b quantity squared, so you need to change that. If I did that with y'all the other day, I could have done it with the 109 class. I can't remember. 5, a cubed minus b cubed is equal to a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. And here I might have wrote a minus b quantity cubed, which this is correct. It's a cubed minus b cubed. And I can't remember if I did that with y'all or the 109 class, I wrote down those two incorrectly. So, okay, so which one does it look like? Well, it looks automatically like number 4 or number 5, because 27 is not a perfect cube, and x cubed is not a perfect cube or square. So that takes out 1, 2, and 3 because they're dealing with squares. So it's got to be number 5. So you take the cube root of that number and the cube root of that number, and you get 3x here and 1 here. A is equal to 3x, B is equal to 1, and plug and chug. So you're going to get 3x minus 1, 9x squared plus 3x plus 1. Now your goal is to go from here to here without doing all this. You should be able to go from here to here without having to write all this. Make sure you either unmute your mic or type in a question if you got it, because I know you got questions. You just don't think y'all can talk. I don't know why y'all don't think y'all can talk, but anybody got a question? Okay. Let's go ahead and do that other 53, see if it's the same one. That way you can have 2 in your notebook. So let's look at that other number 53. If it's different, I'm going to let y'all do this one. Well, if it ever comes up, then damn Russians. All right, you do that one. 27x cubed minus 125. Go ahead. You should be able to do it in a minute or two. I'm going to give you a minute or two. 936. If you can't do it, just write yourself down as pretty much a failure in life. Miss Yoakum, how are your fish? They still living?
I can only keep 3 of them alive. Every time I try to add more to them, they die. So,
Well, don't add more to them. My son wanted to fish, and I talked him out of it. I don't care too much. They're a pain to take care of.
I like them, but it's not worth the hassle.
Yeah. So I had to break down and get a dog, and I hate dogs. And he spends the week every other week with me. So I have to take care of that stupid dog every other week when he's not here. I have to bring him in, let him sleep, then I have to feed him.
What kind of dog is it?
What?
I said, what kind of dog is it?
It's a border collie. Got a little bit of lab in it, but it's mostly border collie. That's what he wanted. Because border collies are good cow dogs. But I call him Goofy because he's black and white, because border collies are black and white. And he looks and he acts like Goofy. Goofy on Walt Disney. It's the way he acts. He acts stupid. All right, so 27 x cubed minus 125. And the cube root of 27x cubed, we just did that. That's 3x. And that's A. And B is equal to the cube root of 125, which is 5. So that's going to be 3x minus 5 times 9x squared plus 15x plus 25. That's it. You got a couple of test questions right there. And you should feel good about yourself. Mr. Kelly, you know that Michael Myers is hiding in your closet. You know that, don't you? Those are the kind of closets that were in the original Halloween.
Yeah.
Yep.
He sometimes comes out at night.
Okay. Well, it's better than Mama. Have you ever seen Mama?
I don't know. Have I? What movie is that?
That's a scary movie, and she hides in the closets like those too. Mama is one of the scariest movies. That is a scary movie.
Really?
I love that movie.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, at the end. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't like the ending. You're right, Miss. Yeah. I was going to type the answer, but you can't type exponents. You should be able to. Just hit the shift up arrow. Let me show you. Parentheses, shift 9, 3x minus 5, close parentheses, open parentheses, 9, x, shift up arrow, 2, right arrow, plus x plus 25. And you can also use this button right here to type in an exponent. And that should do it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I get an answer right every now and then. All right, so that takes care of R3. R3, that is homework that y'all can finish now. R4, we got 47 and 51. 47 and 51. So let's do 47 first. This is R4 4718. R4 4718. R4 47 in the book, 18 online. And, oh yeah, this is a test question. 4 over 7a plus 4 over 5a plus 3 over 1a. And first thing you got to do with dealing with fractions, you got to have a common denominator. So 1, 5, and 7. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and sometimes 13. So I'm going to divide by, well, I can't divide by 1. I'm divide by 1 first. That's going to give me a 1, a 5, and a 7. Divide by 5, 1, 1, 7. Divide by 7, 1, 1, 1. So this is your common denominator. And I guarantee you there are people in this class that have went through 12 years of school that have never seen this before. So 35A is our common denominator. Now you don't have to set this up as 3 separates, but I'm going to make you feel better about yourself. 7A will go into 35A 5 times. 5 times 4 is what? 20. 5A will go into 35A 7 times. 7 times 4 is 28. And 1A will go into 35A 35 times. 35 times 3 is 105. Somebody check me, please. What's 35 times 3, somebody? 35 times 3.
It's
105.
105.
Okay? And 105, that's 125. 153. I think Miss Abdelghani says 153, so I'm pretty sure I'm right. And that's your answer. Why do people suck at fractions? Because they never learned how to find the common denominator. That's why people suck at fractions. Question, great, complaint. So let's check it and see if we know what we're doing. 153 over 35A. Where's my question? I must have deleted it. Let me pull it back up. Where did it go? Oh well. It's gone. Better change the numbers. Let's see if it will. There we go. 153 over 35A. And we feel good about ourselves. Next question. That was 47. Last question of the day. I don't know what time it is. We don't have time. I don't know. This is R451/19. R451. So this is like number 19 online. And is it a test question? So far, all of them are, yes. Perform the indicated operation. I'd just quit if I was y'all. This is too complicated. W minus 9. You ever notice how people pronounce W? I don't say W. I say W. Mr. Vogue, you got a question?
I was wondering about how you found the least common denominator. I've never seen it found like that before.
Okay, good. I'll be glad to show you. Let me go ahead and write this down. W minus 9, W plus 7 plus W plus 4 over W minus 2. Okay, so if you want to find the common denominator of any number, any fraction, let's say 1/5 plus 1/3 plus 1 over 27. Okay? The know-it-alls that think they know it all, they just multiply all three of them together. Well, that's not the way you do it. You go over here and you put them in order, 3, 5, 27, and you pull in the 5 prime numbers that will pretty much go into anything. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and sometimes 13. 6, sorry. And you divide according to those numbers. So I know that there's not a number that will go into 3, 5, and 27. 3 will go into 3 and 27, but it won't go into 5. So I know from the get-go that there's not a number that will go into all 3. So I've got to find a common denominator. I want all 1s on the bottom. That's when I get all 1s on the bottom, that means that I've got a common denominator. So I'm going to divide by 3. That'll give me a 1. This comes down. That'll give me a 9. I got my 1. Need 2 more. So I'm going to divide by 3 again. That comes down. That comes down. And a 3. 3 again. That comes down. That comes down. And a 1. I got 2 1s now. And then 5. And that'll give me, this will come down 1. And this will come down. There's my 1s. And that is my common denominator. 9 times 5 is, I'm sorry, it's not 9 times 5. That's 27 times 5, or that's 15 times 9. 15 times 9 is 135. So 135 is your common denominator. And the good thing about this method, you don't even need a calculator. All you need to do is just go over here and say 5 will go into 135, cover up the 5, 27 times, 3 times 3 times 3, and 27 times 1 is 27. 3 will go into 135. Well, what's 6 times 5? 30. 9 times 5 is 45. So that would be 45 times 1 is 45. And then 27 is 3 times 3 times 3, so cover that up. And that will go 5 times. 5 times 1 is 5. And your final answer is 50, and that'll be what? 77? 77 over 135. So that's how you find the common denominator. I'll do one more for you, Mr. Voigt. Is it Vogue? How do you say your last name, Mr. Vogue?
It's Vot.
Bot?
Yeah.
So the G is silent?
Yep.
What word is that from? Germany?
Yeah, it's German.
That's interesting. Bot. Bot. You will fail. What? All right. So let's do a nerd. 2 over 21 plus 3 over 27 minus 1 over 9. Okay, so I go over here and I put them in order. 9, 21, 27, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and sometimes 13. 3 will go into all these. 3, 7, and 9. But that's it. So 3 is the number that will go into all 3, but that doesn't help you because you're trying to find the common denominator. So you just keep going. Now you want your 1s. So I'm going to divide by 3. That'll give me a 1. That 7 comes down. And a 3. 3. That 1 comes down. That 7 comes down. There, I got another 1. And then divide by 7. 1, 1, 1. And there is your common denominator, which is 9 times 21, which is 189. I need somebody to help me out there. Somebody multiply 9 times 21, please.
You're right.
Okay, 189, 189, 189. And again, you don't need a calculator because you got it over here. So 21 will go into 189 9 times, 3 times 3. 9 times 2 is 18. 27 is 3 times 3 times 3. We'll go into 189 7 times. 7 times 3 is 21. And 9, cover up the 9, we'll go into 189 21 times. 21 times 1 is 21. And that's going to give you, these two cancel. And it leaves you with 18 over 189. And I guarantee you there's somebody out there that's never seen this before. How anybody could go through 12 years of school and not be able to find the common denominator. No wonder you were told to use the calculators. Does that help, Mr. Vaught?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Now, can you do this right after 2 problems? No, you have to practice it. And, you know, you can make up problems. You can make up problems all day long. You know, you can make up these problems all day long. All right, let's go back to the original problem. We may not get finished with it. The common denominator, if you don't have anything in common, you just put them together. And that's what these are. You don't have anything in common. So the common denominator here is W plus 7 times W minus 2 plus W plus 7 over W minus 2. How many times will W plus 7 go into this? W minus 2 times W minus 2 times W minus 9. How many times will W minus 2 go into W plus 7 W minus 2? W plus 7 times W plus 4. And down here is the common denominator, so you can just rewrite that as W plus 7, W minus 2. And up here, you're going to use the FOIL method and the FOIL method and add like terms. So that's going to be W squared minus 9W minus 2W plus 18 plus W squared plus 4W plus 7W plus 28. And W squared plus W squared is 2W squared. Negative 9 minus 2 is negative 11. Plus 4 is negative 7. Well, 9, that's 11, and 11, they cancel out. And 18 plus 28 is, I have no idea, 46. 8 and 8 is 16, bring you 1. I'd say 46. Over W plus 7 times W minus 2. You can factor out a 2, but it's not going to help you. So I would probably say that's good for an answer. I'm going to go ahead and factor out a W, a 2, because if you did it, you wouldn't be wrong, but there's nothing to help you. W squared plus 23 over all that stuff. So you can actually write both ways. I have one of my cats crawling around my head, if you're wondering. That's why I keep it down, because my cats sometimes jump on me and jump on my top of my chair. Okay. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and finish, because some of y'all are going to start going into convulsions. So let me go ahead and turn this off and turn this off.